Hey everyone, it's your girl Nude the Hair Diva back with you with one more Face of the Day video. Now this is for Shop My Stash week number 6, makeup look number 3. This is the last look for this week. I only wanted to do 3. I'm trying to get myself back into my makeup again. And I came prepared, y'all. Thumbs up. Nunu got some glasses on. Woohoo! Now I can read all this stuff that I'm getting ready to show you. So as always, we got the purple bag. And it's open with all the makeup and stuff on the inside. And I didn't use a lot this time. However, I did try to use everything from the Shop My Stash. I will try to link the Shop My Stash video below this one. So always check the information box below. Anytime you see a video of mine, please check the information box. I put everything down below. Alright, so let's get started with this makeup because I got a few more videos I need to do for the day. So once again, my face is moisturized and I have my Revlon PhotoReady Color Correcting Primer. As I told you before, I like to use that alone as well as under my makeup. It leaves my skin very matte. I really appreciate that, and it is like a staple in my collection. I didn't put on foundation today. I want to use up my L'Oreal, my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the Toast. Now I went and purchased another one, and I have that in dark cocoa. I want to see how that works, but I've been using this for the last 2 days pretty much to give me my no makeup look. It's kind of hot, and my foundation, although it stays on my skin properly, I feel like I have makeup on and I don't want to have that feel. So I wanted to have a little bit of highlighting as well. So this time I pulled out my what is this, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. Everyone uses this. This is in the color medium. It seems to work on everybody's skin tone, whether you are the fairest of the fair, the darkest of the dark, and all in between. That is a very good product. I will always buy that. Thank you all so much for, recommending it. Okay, now to set my under eye concealer as well as to set the LA Girl Pro Concealer that I'm using on my face, up under the eyes I'm using this Tarte Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, and this is what the top looks like and this is what the back looks like. And this is pretty much a white powder. I got this as Love Mail, and I know you can't tell because it's just a white powder. There's 2 little holes in there, excuse me, and a sifter. And my big sis gave me this. I was starting to put a dent in my Tarte Amazonian Clay waterproof bronzer, and I'm not ready to purchase another one of those. So I said, let me start working on this and see how that works. And I will probably do like a buy it to try it about it. For my pressed powder all over my face, I am using the L'Oreal True Match Mineral Powder, and this is in the color Classic Tan. Let me just show you what that looks like. It works on my skin beautifully. However, I still have to figure out the best brush to apply it. I usually use like a powder puff, but sometimes that leaves little lines. I don't like it, and you can't really use like a angled brush. It just does something I don't like. But however, today I have it on. I don't feel like I have on any makeup. I am loving it. Alrighty, for my eyebrows, Anastasia Brow Wiz, Dip Brow. Why I always get those two confused. This is the Dip Brow Pomade, and like I said in the other video, the Brow Wiz is more of like a lining pencil. So this is in the color dark brown. I really do love this stuff. I'm going to show you my whole face a little more towards the end. And this is what that color looks like. As you can see, I definitely use it, and I kind of keep it just to that area. Alrighty, so what else do we have on here? Before I get to the eyes, I want to talk about what I have on my cheeks. So what I have on my cheeks is my La Femme palette, and I decided to use 2 more blushes, and this is what my La Femme palette looks like. Somewhere along the line I will change the front because it's not been eye powders in here. And these are my blushes. I've been showing this a lot lately. I'm truly trying to enjoy these colors. I decided to stay within my color tone, and I am using this color here, which is Mulberry. And as a highlight, I'm using the color next to it, which is called Grape. And I will do, see that, 1 finger, 1 time. And those are the colors. Alrighty, so that's the blush that I have on my face today. I didn't quite see the highlight by using Grape. It just gave me, you know, a little bit of shimmer. So I went and picked up my black Radiance Artisan Baked Bronzer in Rum Spice. Well, let me show you the back. That's what that looks like. And let me show you the color. Beautiful, beautiful veining. Now this gives you like a rosy gold kind of highlight effect, and I really like how that looks on my skin. So those are the 3 blushes slash highlights that I have on my face today. Alrighty, so now I'm going to get into these eyes. So here's the part where I'm going to show you my makeup, and I will zoom in a little bit so that we can you know, get this all together. Alrighty, so this is what my makeup looks like for the day. Anastasia Dip Brow on my brows. I have my Naked 1 palette that I use today. I have a little bit of Wet n Wild eyeshadows on there as well, and some eyeliner on my cheeks. As you can see, I like for it to be lightweight, so I have the Mulberry and the Grape blended, and then I have the Rum Spice as the highlight on both sides. You can see the glow. On my lips, I have my Milani. And since I'm showing you that, let me just go on ahead and tell you that color. I am using Milani Liquid Color. This is what that looks like. And this is in Violet Attic. So let's see if I can get that for you. Violet Attic. Very pretty. Zoom out. Ta-da! So I already showed you the lips. Let's go on ahead and get into these eyes. As the shadow base, I decided to pick up my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is what that looks like. This color is Eden. It is kind of like a nude that goes on your eyes. I also decided to use in the corner here for my outer V. I'm using my Maybelline. Put the glasses back on, Nude. I am using my Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo. These are the Leather Cure collection, and this is number 80 Deep Forest. 80 Deep Forest. And let me show you what that color looks like. Very, very pretty. So that is in my outer V as well as my crease. Over the top of that, I decided to use my Naked 1 palette. I picked out 3 palettes to use, 1 per day. And within this palette, I decided to use Dark Horse over the top of the Deep Forest to give me, you know, more definition. And that is in my outer V as well as the crease. For the pink color that you can see on my eyes. That color there, I chose to use this 69-cent Wet n Wild. It's called Cheeky. That's the name of it. Let me see, do I got that right? Cheeky. That's the name of it here. And if I can get this open, yeah. This is that color. Very pretty, nice and shimmery. So that's the pink color that I have in the inner corner, and I kind of did it like at a diagonal. I just didn't want to go straight across. I wanted to go at a diagonal. In the outer V, we have the Deep Forest from the 24-hour Maybelline Color Tattoo, as well as in the crease, and I also put the Dark Horse over the top of that. I hope you were able to see that because I just moved in and tried to get it to you ASAP. Okay, the next colors that I chose to use out of here was Naked, to give myself like a brow bone highlight, and I used Half Baked in the inner tear duct. And those are the three colors that I used from the Naked 1 palette by Urban Decay. And the one color that I use from Wet n Wild is Cheeky, 69-cent. You can get this at Walgreens. Alright, the last four things. Bag is empty. Let me tell you what these are. For a little bit of eyelining, this is a Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil. It is called Ex-Stacy. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know what it's like. Forgive me. Ex-Stacy, and here is the name right here. It's in this beautiful pink. So glad that I found that. And I also put that on my eyes. In my waterline, that's what it's called. I'm using, once again, the Rimmel Scandalize in Nude. I love this. This has become a staple. I've only used it twice, and I absolutely know that I will go repurchase another one. For my eyeliner at the bottom, and to give myself a little bit of definition on the top lash line, I am once again using my NYX eyeliner pencil in gunmetal. I didn't show you yesterday what that looks like, but I will show you today. This is what that color looks like, and that is gunmetal. Last thing, I have my Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush Mascara. The color of this is Blacktastic. I think Victoria. It's the teeth. Every time I put them in, they like to mess my speech up. Victoria's Secret is having a sale on all of their makeup. I think they're getting rid of their makeup. So this is some of their products that I have used. The mascara, I do like. The brush, not so much, but it does make my lashes look very well. The last thing that I have on my face to set everything, I'm using my MAC not editing. I'm using my MAC Fix Plus just to, you know, make sure that my powders didn't make me look cakey. I'm not really using this to set, but just to get, you know, the powder effect off of my face. So once again, I'll come in. These are my eyes, my cheeks, and my lips. Ta-da! For the second time. Alright everyone, thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of my new positive supporters. If you leave your comments, Nude the Hair Diva will always respond to you. Thank you so much for pressing that subscribe button. If there's anything that you want to see or a request that you may have, leave that below. To all be blessed, and I'll see you in a few minutes with a couple of more videos. See you later.